just the kids, it's the adults too. If you have adults who are suffering, the kids are not going to have a great experience either. So we're providing opportunities for the whole family.
Oh, you guys say bye, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Mr. Hudson.
Why y'all like the brand new?
Good afternoon.
Oh, Victoria. What are you guys doing today?
We're doing
Current events Jeopardy. Shy. I see you smiling. What's funny? All right, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm just checking in on you guys.
Okay. My name is Jawara Hudson. I work for a research foundation, Medgar Evers College. I've done so for 30 years in this community. I grew up in this community as well. Born and raised in Brooklyn, I am first generation American, so I'm a Jamaican. My brother actually participated in the program and worked a little bit in the program. He would come home every day and talk about all the things that were happening in the program. So I followed him. I followed him to the program, and I thought it was a really great place to be. My job responsibilities include being parents for children in every aspect, providing spaces where people can be successful in our program, whether that be sports, whether it be academic, social, emotional kind of conversations. I'm like a life coach, right? Which includes everything under the sun, because when you work with children, you literally have to touch every area of child development, working with them. What gives me fulfillment is the outcomes. You do for someone who couldn't do for themselves, or give them better than what you had. That was my thing, to give children the opportunities that I didn't have growing up. Coming from a poor background, I got nothing. I was a middle child, so I got nothing. I didn't even get new clothes. I got hand-me-downs, right? To give opportunities to the youth that I didn't have. So when I hear somebody come back and say, hey, we didn't do this when we were in the program, I feel good, because I know I'm doing better than I did when they were there. So that's always my goal, to do for them and show them that there are different opportunities out there. And it's not just basketball, it's not just all academics, it's not just math and reading. There's hands-on, there's other things that you can do. I started as a participant in the program, then I became a staff member, and I was a line staff for high schoolers that were my age. But I guess I was a little more responsible than they were, and I kept going. I've introduced every layer of programming that we have at this center, whether it comes from our youth council. I started the youth council. I started a weight room in here. I started a game room. I started a photography club. I started so many different things, but I was one person. So the director at the time would always give me at the end of the year a folder that says unkept promises, because I have so many ideas growing up, and I'm like, oh, and you use it as a teaching point, like you're just one person, you can't do everything. But I still wanted to do everything. I didn't care. I wanted to give them what I didn't have. And I went out and I learned how to do things just so I could show them how to do it. And, it really brings me joy to see, these guys come back. Hey, I own a restaurant. Hey, I'm dancing professionally. Hey, I'm doing it. That's the real payout when you see them become responsible adults.
You're going to perform? You got to choose a song or a joke or a dance move. Go do it, Miss Bird. Go do it. Go ahead. Go do it. I'm trying to save you.
The experiences that led me to this kind of work was how I grew up, right? I grew up with what I call nothing, what we call hand to mouth. You had, we didn't even have hot water or lights, the basic things that people had, and, you still had to go to school. It wasn't really a good existence to have. So now to come here and see other kids struggling the same way, light bulb, like I can provide something for that person.
Who wants to give me a high five?
Blue.
Yeah. Oh, now you come, right? In the morning, you avoid me in the morning. All right.
I light up when it comes to children. When it comes to food, I grew up with food insecurity, so I share my own food. If you ever see me in action, you'll see kids just start running around me once I get in, because I usually pack my snack or buy something, and I'm automatically just sharing my food with them. And so they know. It's funny because my staff members call them pigeons because they just start coming. Once they see me come, they just start coming.
That's like 1 point. Yo!
I retire.
No, I wasn't saying hi to y'all. Say hi to me.
I know.
Hi!
Because I don't have any food.
Yeah, no food.
Yeah, no food.
I never had food. I never had food.
We were down the block at another school, and then we eventually moved to the school once it was built. And I started volunteering, and the director said, well, send me a resume. And I gave him my resume, but my resume was stacked because I took a lot in high school. I had all my credits by my junior year. I was already done, right? I've taken things like woodshop, things that you normally wouldn't take, but I took them because it was fun. I'm a hands-on person. He looked at my resume, he's like, you did all this? He's like, you're hired. Like, you're hired right away. And I ended up, I don't know why he'd always put me with other people who weren't so strong, but I guess he was trying to balance out. I didn't realize at the time, but he was trying to balance out what was happening in the classroom. And, I moved up. Over time, I moved up, I guess, different levels of funding.
Of course, I could beat them all at this game, so don't worry yourself.
That's also another thing that I brought in, like buying things that are useful for kids that age, because I guess sometimes the older adults don't know what the children like, so they're buying Monopoly, and while those are great, the kids are more into other things. So bringing a fresh youth perspective when I was coming up. The process of getting to know them, you literally have to get to know them, right? So sit down, eat with them, blend with them, do the stuff that they do. There is a synergy when you know what I know. So it doesn't even matter, like, for instance, one thing I do is I get to learn languages. So I'm saying hello to people in Arabic and in Haitian Creole and Spanish, and I go, oh, you know my language? Instant connection right there. Now I can build. Teach me more. Building, back and forth. You're teaching me, I'm teaching you. So it's easy in that respect. We're providing opportunities for the whole family, and without them even knowing it, we're healing what's happening in that home, and we're teaching. And sometimes somebody's about to get a beating, and it's like, no, let's try this way. So you're teaching the parent different coping mechanisms. You're teaching the child different coping mechanisms. It's giving them what I didn't have. It really drives me.
What I do at Beacon is I'm the youth council president, and I was the commissioner for a day for MOCJ, which is the Mayor's Office for Criminal Justice. At Beacon, I usually work with kids. I help them with their homework, and I also help some of the teachers get used to working with kids as well. But at the same time, there's also like workshops that Beacon has given to us, and I've excelled in those because Beacon is this place that is like almost like a teaching grounds for those that enter and for those that want to leave, in a sense. It has left a really big impact on my life. Specifically, Mr. Hudson in general, him being outspoken and being this responsible leader has turned me into being an outspoken and responsible leader, in a sense. I never used to be very loud with my thoughts. I used to be very quiet and compact. I was shy. And after learning through Mr. Hudson that I could be more louder, I can project my voice, and I can be an even better leader than what I already was in the past, I was able to grow upon myself. And in every day of my life, I look back at what I learned at Beacon, and I kind of put that into perspective, and that helps me in all situations that I've gone through. Schoolwork, presenting in groups, presenting by myself, presenting in general, being a public speaker, because I've gotten rewards in that in the past due to Mr. Hudson's teaching, and it's just all helped me all around.
You definitely get to see each child grow, and nothing beats that. Nothing beats that at all. You see families thrive in the community, and little by little you see a community becoming better than it was when you were growing up, if you work in that community or if you live in that community. If you would like to work at our Beacon Center, you can visit us on social media at Flatbush Beacon Center on Facebook. You can send me an email at jhudson@mec.cuny.edu. Join us. Send me an email. I'm open.